Well, happy first day of winter. Feels weird saying that.
It does.
Well, meteorological winter, that is. But it doesn't really feel like it yet. It might be part of the reason. The National Weather Service says in Spokane, winter is coming and is here, but that cold really a little bit late to the party. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Shannon Curtis.
Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday. I'm Tim Pham. Also, we should say happy first day of December. Hard to believe that.
I know.
We're almost to the end of the year. We were just saying, how did we make it already to December?
How? Where did the rest of the year go?
I don't know. Jeez.
Like, it just flew by, and it's definitely feeling a little weird saying it's the first day of December because it's so unseasonably warm for this time of year, especially as we're heading into the winter season. So
that's right.
Let's go ahead and send things out to meteorologist Thomas Patrick. He's taking a look at what we can expect from the weather heading into the new month. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Channing and Tim. And maybe we're just getting paid back from the last couple of years where winter started in October when it snowed back in 2020 and 2019. So let's just have it on the other end of the spectrum this time around. It's already 51 degrees as of 6 o'clock this morning. That would make, and it does make, the fourth straight day of 50-degree weather. But we could be pushing for 60s in some areas in the inland northwest later on today. Here's a look at those current temperatures across the board. 65 right now in Pomeroy. It makes me question maybe how accurate the thermometer is there, but nonetheless, that is the report. Very incredibly warm conditions, not just this morning, but we will experience that later on today because we are just going up from here. Going 59 for the high in Spokane this afternoon, which would be just a degree shy of the all-time December record of 60 degrees. But the winds is part of the story here. You can hear that perhaps on my microphone from our outdoor weather center. The wind gusts about 30 to 35 miles per hour right now, helping to keep that warmth locked in place. So that is in tandem with the warmth we're experiencing today, but it won't just shut off immediately. We have more temperatures in the 50s, even beyond today's record-breaking temperatures. So look for that part of the forecast a little bit later on.
A former Pasco police officer was accused of killing a Spokane woman 35 years ago, but that murder charge was dropped due to a lack of evidence at the time.
Now, Richard Aguirre is back in court because prosecutors, they believe they have enough evidence to convict him of murder. Nicole Hernandez tracking the twists and turns in this case spanning more than 3 decades. Good morning, Nicole. What happened during opening statements?
Good morning, Tim and Channing. So Richard Aguirre is facing first-degree murder for the killing of 27-year-old Ruby Doss back in 1986. In opening arguments yesterday, the prosecutor explained the labs back in '86 did not get a DNA match from the condom found at the scene. But years later, another lab ran the DNA through the system again. That's when it matched Aguirre.
Ding, 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 a match.
Spokane County prosecutors believe they now have the evidence they need to convict Richard Aguirre. The prosecution explained to the jury, back in 2014, Aguirre's DNA came through a database. A month later, that DNA turned out to be a match, and Aguirre became a suspect in Doss's death.
They were able to confirm the defendant's DNA on the condom sample. Unsurprisingly, upon swabbing the bag that formerly contained the condom, they were also able to find the defendant's DNA.
Now this afternoon, the state presented various photos and videos police took at the crime scene in 1986. It showed night and daytime views of the area, along with multiple items found not far from the victim's body. The state already called on 3 witnesses, all of which are Spokane police officers or detectives who investigated the 1986 case. The prosecutor will resume witness testimony this morning. So if you're interested in more information about the trial on Richard Aguirre, you can text the word trial to 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link with more information. In the newsroom, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Just about 6:04 now. It is time for your morning rush. More news in less time.
A FDA advisory panel narrowly backed Merck's COVID-19 treatment pill on Tuesday. The panel was split, passing a 13-10 vote. The pill would be the first medication that high-risk patients could take at home to relieve COVID symptoms and reduce the risk of hospitalization and even death. The drug still needs to be authorized by the FDA and the CDC, though, before it can be available to the public.
President Biden signed 4 bills designed to help the nation's veterans. One of them focuses on female veterans and supports funding for maternity care. The president also signed a bill requiring a study into possible racial disparities in the distribution of benefits. This will ensure every service member receives what they've earned.
Washington Commissioner of Public Lands Hillary Franz is promoting a new bill to protect state forests from urban development. It's called the Keep Washington Evergreen Initiative. The goal is to conserve 1 million acres of forest in the state and to plant trees in 1 million more acres. Commissioner Franz joined lawmakers in Olympia to talk about the importance of keeping our forests intact from wildfire destruction.
We must be proactive and prevent our forests from converting into parking lots and subdivisions, because the fact is, once lost, you can never get them back again.
Permanent deforestation has costly effects on the state's environment, including declining air quality, loss of local wildlife, and negative impacts on the lumber industry.
The recount for the Coeur d'Alene School Board Zone 4 seat is scheduled to begin this week. The recount was requested by former trustee candidate Lindsay Swingrover, who lost by just 24 votes to candidate Leslie Bierke. The margin was not within the state's recount, but Swingrover decided the gap was too narrow not to request one. The Kootenai County Sheriff will deliver the ballots to the election office Thursday morning.
And happening today, Governor Jay Inslee and Secretary of State Steve Hobbs will certify Washington's 2021 general election results. A brief ceremony will be held at the governor's office in Olympia at 1:45 in the afternoon. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. There is still so much information that we don't know about the Omicron variant of COVID-19, including how well COVID-19 vaccines protect against it. Our National Verified team spoke to medical experts to get you the facts about the newest variant.
There's a new variant of COVID-19 called Omicron. The variant was first identified in South Africa on November 24th. And just 2 days later, the World Health Organization designated Omicron a variant of concern. It's the 5th variant to receive this designation. According to the WHO, preliminary evidence suggests some of Omicron's mutations may be associated with higher transmissibility, but that's not yet confirmed. It's also not yet known whether the Omicron variant causes more severe infections and how effective the vaccines are against this variant of COVID-19.
The best protection against this new variant, or any of the variants out there, the ones we've been dealing with already, is getting fully vaccinated and getting a booster shot.
People are wondering if they should wait to get a booster shot that is proven effective against the new variant. So let's verify. Should you wait to get a booster shot that is proven effective against Omicron? Our sources are the World Health Organization, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Sarah Lynn Mark, COVID-19 lead for the American Medical Women's Association, and Dr. Dan Fabui, emergency physician and former Obama administration public health appointee.
The right answer is to go ahead and get your booster. And for those who have not received the primary series of the vaccine, go ahead and get that now. You're not waiting for the Omicron variant.
According to Dr. Sarah Lynn Mark, not only does getting vaccinated or a booster shot now potentially protect against the Omicron variant, but it also protects against the Delta variant.
We can't wait to have Omicron on our shores. It's probably here before we start acting, because we have Delta here right now.
According to the WHO, quote, "It is reasonable to assume that currently available vaccines offer some protection against severe disease and death," unquote. So we can verify, no, you should not wait to get a booster shot that is proven effective against Omicron. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
Now, the variant has not yet been detected in the U.S., so tomorrow the White House will release a plan outlining how the country will fight COVID going into the winter months. The president has said that he wants to focus on widespread vaccinations and testing rather than lockdowns.
The Nutcracker is back at the Fox Theater. After the break, KREM 2's Lord Petty will join us live with a sneak peek at the holiday festivities.
And with temperatures already in the 50s, some areas could be in the 60s by this afternoon. Coming up, we're tracking just how close to record highs for the day and month we are looking at for today.